numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. We need more.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Hey, high 7.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 39 that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Get the ball.
Hey, 18.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's going to look deep for Moore. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Off the play fake, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They go with Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, Will. Recon, 132 fighter.
Shit! Watch the shit! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey!
Bang!
Look at me! Score!
Crouch!
On first down, Lawrence. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 21 yards away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flushed out right. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
It's caught here by Adams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check 52.
Five.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence letting one go deep for the... Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Double dog. That's the way. 58 is the mic.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
To throw again, Lawrence. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win the...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58 to Mike. 58. Smooth. Watch the run. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Time to go, night. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Switch up. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Trubisky will throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Trubisky to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up near the 42, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Off play action. Lawrence. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, McFarland. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll run with Fournette, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
I got you, boy.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
60 or.
In your face.
Ready?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Hey, pick your game up. 58 for Mike. 58.
Ran, touch.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Trubisky now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lock in, lock in. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ran, touch.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 58 is to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 58 to Mike. 58.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Pass it. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
180! Alert! Alert! Hey, orbit!
Now Trubisky. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And some room to work. Trotty. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. On first down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
58, Mike. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll look to throw here. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Right here. Left. Watch left.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally